Hoot hoot. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, V-Bonk. Congratulations on getting first. I'm not cute. Good morning, Wilkie. Stream baby with the cutest. Yeah, 9 months. What are we gonna name the baby? And good morning, Kaino. I can't believe it's not cute. Luna the cutuna. I'm not cute, indeed. I'm just Luna, the feared and powerful. But I hope you're all doing well. So, today's gonna be a little bit of a chaotic day. AKA, I can only stream in the morning because I have doctor in the afternoon. I initially had my doctor's appointment like last week, Tuesday, only the bus decided to not show up, so I didn't get there in time. And then we ran halfway across town to try and catch another bus, but that one also didn't show up. So, yeah. So now I have to go today. More like cool Luna is exceptionally cute. I'll take the cool, but I'm not cute though. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm also quite sleepy, but we'll deal with it. And also, we're gonna we have a code to crack, which means we need to go through all the old levels. All snack level screenshots. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make myself a bell. To hold all the images. Because then I hope they won't move around as much. Good morning, Nasset. I hope you're doing well. So, I think what we'll do is we're going to temporarily quit the game. Wait. Yes, quit. Because otherwise we'll have overlapping music, because we have stuff to search for. We have snake levels to check. Hello, me. Wait, can you guys? Yeah, you guys can hear me. No, you guys cannot hear me. Playing this. You can hear the second me now. Stranger. Because I'm gonna have to hear the second me potentially. The font style. The font. Look at me. So inexperienced, so unknown. Let's see, this is the first. Okay, we have snack. We need to get to beginning of snack. And then we're gonna need to get all of the snake hints. Okay, let's see, scroll. Is this snake? Okay, this is start of snake. The second you is also cute. No. The second me is very fierce. Hello, snake. Kind. Also. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Do we have... Okay, I'm seeing potentially an arrow there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a screenshot of every snake level. We want as much space as possible for these. I think we can zoom in enough. Gonna need the two of these guys in here though. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Holy Evil. Resubscribed for 30 months at tier 1. They described it 39 months. You still haven't finished. It's a long game. And I'm not cute, but thank you so much for the subscription. Oh, that is a snake. Yeah. And we need to go and find every snake level. Shush me. Shush old me. Okay, so this is the next snake level. We're gonna gather them all, and then we're gonna hopefully know the... Hold on, can we... Just 100%, please. Thank you. Maybe we needed a smidge. Smaller. I do want the pictures to be fitting on the page. I have extra. You are... Okay. Here for that. Then we have next level, which doesn't have a snake, but we are going to include, because I don't know if it's part of the cipher or something. Like, I don't know if it's only the snack levels or if the snack levels like tell us something. Also, unfortunately, my arm is in the way of knowing which actual floor we're on. So, wait, actually, can we check where the snake level starts? Okay, we know. Okay, this is 20, so then the snake level starts at 30. Thus, it goes from 31. This first picture is 31. I don't know, maybe good to keep in mind. Hello, Maugan. Thank you for the shiny. Yes, it is time to... We must hunt the past for clues to solve a puzzle in the present. See, so we've gone this one. We've gone this one. Then we have this one. That's another empty one. There. Then we have this one, which I'm not seeing any arrows here. Maybe this was before the update that gave the arrows. Supposedly, like we did see last time when I went back to some screenshots that there were arrows on the snack. We could go... I don't know what the arrows would indicate though. Then we have another... Okay, not a fully empty one. We have a little bit of snack here. And we've had a very similar sort of... Some of these are indeed similar to what we now have to do as presumably Lily. Again. And we can't turn back around. Okay, here we have an arrow. So, yeah, and this one is also similar to... I wonder if that means the same skip would work. Another one. We have an arrow here. And an empty one with no snake. Boom. Burp stream. Burp stream. We're going back in time to get all the clues on the snake. Because apparently there's clues. For how to solve the next puzzle to jump down. But I don't know them. And we didn't get all of the levels as Lily because we skipped a couple. So we're starting with all of the levels we had as Gray. I think we're gonna need more. We're putting all the screenshots in a tabel so we can look them over and see if we can find some kind of like pattern that'll apparently tell us what's going on. Yeah, sneaky time, travel burp stream, exactly. Behold the Owl's power chat, we go back in time. Back to when it was Halloween. Or, well, honestly, we kept the Halloween banner up for a very long time, so. And then we have another empty one. No, don't upside down. Oh, no, I don't want to squish you. I want to just smallify. Yes, please, thank you. And another one. This is the one where we find the guy in Lily's route. The guy that tells us of a shortcut for all of our locusts. Don't spot an arrow over here. Never too much Halloween. Very true. Oh, if it isn't Owl Day. Hello, lovely. How are your brain cells today? Could be better. Not bad though, but could be a little better. Wait, can you? Oh, I see. The thing is, hold on. I just noticed that my there. Let's move the Word document a little bit more to the right, so you guys can see what I'm doing just a smidgen better. There, like so. We smallify. There. It's hard to fit all of the things on screen. There, that should work. Charges the cool beam. How's the burp and the various allies of the burp faring? Well, the burp is rather tired. It's been a very hectic couple weeks, and the bird like powered through. And now it's like the moment where it's like, oh, now the status effects are hitting. I've been procrastinating on feeling them for a while, but now it's now the feelings are being felt, and they're very tired feelings. Mama Owl's doing okay. The healing is healing. She's just, it takes a while for a surgery thing to heal because they had to put her bone in the right place, pretty much. No, feelings are the words. Yeah, they're status debuffs, and they're all screaming that I'm tired. I want to do more art. I haven't drawn in ages, but brain tired. Yeah, and today's is day for doctor, and I'm not looking forward to it. I don't want to go, but I need to. Also, there's an arrow. This one, look, it's pointing. I don't know what it's pointing at though. And we got another one. No arrow on this one. And another. This one does have an arrow. I guess maybe it matters which direction the snake body goes into, and sometimes it's kind of unclear which direction it is. Like, if this arrow wasn't pointing this way, I might as well think it was going like this way instead of this way. Although in this case, this seems a little tapered, so I guess the bigger snake body going this way, but like, if the arrow is meant to help indicate which movement it's making, that makes sense. Does it seem like the bone is in the correct place this time? Yeah, it seems more correct this time. So hopefully she'll, after recovery, get like full use of her hand back. Okay, we're gonna need to go to the next episode. Hello, me. Hello again. Hello. And welcome back to Void Strain. Thank you. Okay. Oh no, me. Me, you're standing in front of the snake. Could you move to the side a little? It does look like we got right back to where we left. Yeah, indeed. Could you? Yes, thank you. Thank you for moving me. I appreciate that lots. Hello, older burb. There we go. And then this room. And this would be the room that we wouldn't have seen as Lily because we skipped after that last room. So this is why it's important that we grab it from here, because then we should have all the puzzle pieces. Brave. Or lamp. So okay, next. Okay. Actually, I could just make it to the stairs. Yes, me. You do that. Yeah, because... Okay, and then we're at 50. So we're gonna need some extra... Can we... No. Thank you. More rows. Greetings, Peanut of Duty. Welcome in. Double bird stream. We're going back in time because we need apparently, so we want to solve a puzzle, and apparently the hints for that puzzle have been on the snake route, but we did not take a screenshot of every single room. So now we're going back into the vaults and taking a screenshot of every single room, because supposedly the clue should also be in the gray route. Do we have more snakes? Okay, yeah, we'll take screenshots up until we reach the special room. Because I don't know if the clues are only in the snake places, or if perchance like the ones that have no snake also are part of the clues. If it's like a boulder on a shop, so you just need to... I have no clue if this maybe indicates that there should or should not be a tile there. Who even knows? Rar mommy of all owls. Hello, evil Nala. I'm still not paying child support, just so you know. Burpception stream, actually. We are destroying reality. Yeah, but only slightly. We can have a little reality destroying as a treat. Okay, and then we're here. And we'll put that in our thing so we know for sure that we've like had all of the things looked at. Can we move this up a smidgen? Okay. No, you're not gonna allow me to like... But what if I... Okay. Imagine Luna and Blue. I do have Blueprints bought. I do want to play it with you guys, but I first want to finish Void Stranger. You know, one complaint I have about all the streamers is they don't often complete a game. That's why Luna's great. She doesn't just beat the game, she usually goes back and grinds it to dust. Yeah, I do, like, one part of me wants to get 2 more games, but to do that, I would have to, like, not finish them, and I can't stand that. I need to at least finish the game. I used to be, so in my personal time, I'm also an achievement hunter. I don't do it as much anymore because I don't have as much free time, but like when I find a game that I really, really like, I will go and I will achieve every achievement there is to achieve. Like, we will take everything out of that game. That game will have no secrets from us. The game shall spill its secrets and its guts if I will spill its guts if I have to. If it tries to keep the achievements from me, I will pry it out of its cold dead hands. I will get all of it. Like, say, Rouse 2. I haven't gotten all of the achievements in Rouse 2, but most of them, yes. So I was like, I know there's going to be more DLC, so we'll slowly work on the city thing. But yes, we will get to the DLC and we will play that too. I can relate. When I like a game, it has to be picked completely apart. Exactly. I will know the ins and outs of this game. Okay. So we have a 6x6 room. We don't know exactly how many voids and how many tiles it ought to be. That's part of our problem. I'm gonna enlarge this slightly. There. Okay. Let's... will that... Okay, hold on. For you guys, it needs to be a little... That's the downside of schmollifying it so it can be in the corner, that when I zoom in to look at it better, you guys can't see it as well. We're gonna need to keep readjusting screen. Unfortunately, we can't fit everything on the screen at once. So let's see. And a hint of the... Because we had a hint. What did the rock say? We had a rock. The rock of knowledge. The tale of the traitorous lord connects the brands. Okay, connects the brands. Assuming the picture is the brands. Yeah, so this is the brands. And it still connects it. Now, it does look a little bit like a snake. Like a cobra. Like if this is the head, and then this is the sides, and then like this is part of the tail somehow. Although, like, if I put it together, my first instinct would have been like, oh, it's a butterfly. But maybe this is the tail. But I don't quite know. And this reads Moyens, which means that for some reason this one reads it from left to right. But we know, at least in the other one, it was... wait, let me double check. It was right to left, up, down, right? Let's see. Yeah. Only memory remains. If we read right to left, top to bottom, it's correct. So... like so. Hello, apparently you're in deep spoiler territory, and while I'm not sure if I'm ever going to play this game myself, I'll veer on the side of caution, so I'm just dropping by to let you know I'm here. I will. I appreciate that. And yeah, don't look. We are in very deep spoiler territory. You have no clue what is happening. Don't open your eyes. You might even listening to this might be kind of spoilery, so be careful. Um, so yeah, it seems that the snakes' appearances are the same across levels. Let's see, 37 has like a arrow here, which suggests it flows that way. Let's see our own 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's the same spot. Although doesn't seem to be the. Is that the same? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's the same room. Or well, not the same room because it's definitely a different puzzle, but it's the room that looks very similar. I wonder if the chest is open because we as Grey took from the chest. I'm going to leave the stream open on mute to boost your viewer count, but with which anti-lurker measure, maybe that doesn't even matter anymore. I don't know. The thought is always appreciated. Who knows what is going on exactly and when Twitch will change their policies again, because they do make changes every once in a while, and I'm not keeping myself like up to date all the time on exactly what's going on. So maybe by now it has changed. Who even knows? So what could it mean? So we know we have to start at the top right usually if we were to read this correctly. Like if the mural is connected to the thing. Now we could say this snake starts at the top right too. We don't see any arrow indication, but saying it starts at the top right, it then goes to the bottom left. But then the next room, it's in the corner. Not sure which direction it goes. Then there's an empty room and there's another empty room. And then we have snakes in two corners. The belly is on the inside. Which I don't know what that means. Then we have a snake going this way. Then we have a snake with an arrow pointed where the belly is on the inside, so it's going like this. And the one after that actually follows that. And then we have empty and empty. And then we... Why don't we put them in a big grid to see if we can make the tails connect somehow? That be the thing? Let's see. This might connect to this guy. So it's like, this is first, then this one goes under there. Maybe? Not sure how this connect, or maybe... And considering this one fades out, and this belly is here, I don't know. Oh, regardless, have a good stream. Thank you. Oh, it's twice as hard just in case. No. And then we have this flow here. And then we have nothing for bin. And then we have ones where the belly is turned inwards. And then another nothing. And then we have this bin. And then we have these movements, but for some reason a pointy here. And I'm not sure if that meant to point at a room or if that's meant to... Because the other arrows sort of indicated flow, but this one doesn't seem to go with the flow of the snake. So that's interesting. Then we have one that goes from the belly in to here and fades out. Then we have one that does have an arrow here to point that it's going this way, and it seems to taper out. Then we have one with an arrow going this way and the belly all on the inside of something. And then a last one where there is no arrow. And that's the end. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 snake pictures. I have no clue how these are meant to inform. So these are meant to tell me how this brand is made. Supposedly they tell me something about how it connects to the brand. Because of this boulder, we know for a fact that this bit is actually filled in. So that's why we have a 1 there. And I'm pretty sure there's a 1 here. Although that's just because of that one little highlight bit there. Would you like to know my thoughts? You don't know anything about this game, right? So yeah, you can wildly speculate. You know it just as much as I do. Everyone else, though, is not allowed to wildly speculate. Only people that know nothing. Burp stream. Burp stream, burp stream, burp stream. Yay, my taunts aren't about this game. Very fair. I feel like direction of the tail matters. But I wonder if that means... What is it indicating? Let's see. I do think this one is filled and this is a 1. This is assuming symmetry, but let's not assume symmetry because I don't think symmetry is the answer. But I'm pretty sure this is a 1 because of that boulder. And we could assume these are all, but we can move those, so that might be a little much to assume. But say we start from the top here. Maybe... Hoodus Pootus, an owl spell. Please insert more RAM and a few CPU files on calculations. Yeah, the owl brain is gonna go in overtime. So let's see, we have... Maybe we need to grab another document. Hold on. Let me just... Oh, hello, welcome. Okay, you saw nothing. Welcome in, raiders. I hope you're having a good time. Let me give you a shout out. Hello, my name is Luna. I'm a variety streamer. I like playing strategy games and puzzle games and honestly whatever else catches my eye. I'm currently playing Void Stranger, which if you haven't played the game, don't watch because you'll get spoiled. Like if you haven't played the game but want to play the game, you saw nothing and there's no spoilers because we're deep in spoiler territory. I'm trying to solve a pretty big puzzle by going back in VODs and seeing rooms we have already completed to try and find the puzzle pieces for a thing. You were playing Immortal Defense. I have no clue what kind of game that is. I hope Void Stranger is continuing well. I am so lost, but I'm so like I want to solve this puzzle. We might be at this all morning. Like I know there's a puzzle. I know I know the direction to look in, but I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm looking at. Yeah, if you have to rain run because you need to eat, sleep, or the other things, then please go take care of yourselves. But if you can stay, I'd love to have you here, and I'd love to hear how things went. Immortal Defense seems kind of obscure. It's a tower defense, but it has a ton of mystery story. Ooh, that sounds fun. I'm terrible at tower defense, but I really want to continue for the story. Okay, so back in the day, I actually was a huge tower defense aficionado, like back in the Flash game days, like Bloons. And what was the one? There was one that I actually loved even more, where basically the towers could get like cool combinations. You could eventually create a black hole. It was very fun. What was it called again? My Flash game knowledge, it has left me. It basically, it was kind of bare bones, and the towers were sort of like very Colvin, thank you, I made it myself. The towers were very simple. Wait, hold on, I might be able to draw it out. Okay, wait, you guys close your eyes for a moment. There's gonna be temporary spoilers on screen. Wait a second. Okay, now you can look. I had just grabbed my drawing program to draw something out, but we are going to now try and draw this game from memory. Onslaught. Yeah, that's the one. We're still gonna try and draw it from memory, where I'm still grabbing my tablet because we're trying to solve this puzzle. That's the one. I absolutely loved Onslaught. I would like slowly build up my things and then I would get inevitably would be like, this is taking too long, and then I would send one too many waves in a row and then I would get killed. I loved Onslaught. That was my favorite Flash tower defense game. Hold on. Schmalify? Yes. Yeah, I was about to be like, okay, so you had like the laser tower, which was something like this, and it had like a little gem in the middle, and it had a zappy here. And the cool thing was that when you have multiple laser towers and they were close by enough or you had the right upgrades, they could like send lasers to each other. And and make each other more powerful to zap the enemies. It was amazing. I really loved that, and then became extra powerful. Like that was so fun. I really liked that mechanic in Onslaught. I liked how all of the towers would like have interactions with each other in a way that could make them more powerful. But yeah, I haven't played a good tower defense in years. Kinda, I should make a note of that. Yeah, tower defenses are really hit or miss though. Like it does. I mean, maybe that was a little Luna problem, but I think it's a big Luna problem too. It does tend to get a little stale if there isn't enough variety. Like you need the exact right balance, which is really hard to strike in a tower defense. You need the exact right balance of being able to stay ahead of the curve and make interesting combinations without it basically guaranteeing that you win every wave, because then you'll get bored. The last tower defense I played was Sanctum 2, but that's a first-person shooter in addition to the tower defense stuff. Yeah, that's very different. Nordhold was also very nice tower defense. Not familiar with that one. They seem to, like, they need to be just complex enough to be interesting, but not too complex that it's a chore. Exactly. I mean, if it's super complex, I'm sure that is a draw for other people. Like, that might be other people's cup of tea. I could see that. Because I like myself some complex games at times. But I don't think that's my vibe. Or at least, if it does get so complex, it needs to be, like, low entry. Like, okay, you can play the game if you know this much, even though there's actually, like, this much other stuff that you can also know. It's like, you step into a shallow pool and you're like, okay, I can, this is, I can manage this. This is a clear, like, okay, this block of information. It's like, ooh, we like that. That's manageable. And then when you start growing bored, it's like, oh, wait, hold on. There's like a lot more stuff there. Like, wait a second, I now have mastered this bit. I like this bit. You're telling me there's a whole other bit underneath? Yes, please. Tower defense, iceberg. I feel like this is how most games I get, like, pulled into work. Like, you need a bit to start, like, really, it needs to be manageable. You need, like, a beginning bit that's like, ooh, sparkly, like, wow. Look at that sparkly game with interesting mechanics or pretty people. You're like, ooh, I like that. And then by the time, like, the sparkle has worn off and it's like a little dull, it's like, okay, it's like, we get it. But then secretly, there's like a whole bunch below. A whole bunch of other mechanics which are very, very sparkly. It's like, oh, wait, I haven't even started yet. And that's when you have a very good game on your hands. And depending on the person you are, different things will sparkle for you. Like, for me, I mean, story. Like, if you start with a good premise, because, like, every game has a game loop, right? Like, every game has a system that loops around. In let's see, what is a good example for? I mean, in tower defense, the game loop is like, okay, enemies come in and you have your towers and they shoot, and then either they reach your castle or they don't, and then rinse and repeat. That's your game loop. And depending on what happens between the whole, like, road to your tower and how building towers affects the game loop is, like, what is interesting. Meanwhile, in a game like Hades, the game loop is you get into a room, you kill a bunch of things, or you get killed, and then you go to the next room. The approachable and solid gameplay loop followed by surprising death. Exactly. You jump into skills sometime to kill some time, and you kind of turn your brain off, and you realize you can combo towers, and it's like, ooh, what can't I do with this? And then you near something else, and you start messing with that, and you realize to make a strategy around something dumb, and you realize 4 hours has gone by. Exactly. But Tower Dominion did all the achievement. Also, everyone do a game once in a while. The playability is very well made, so you should have a look at it. Could you DM that to me in Discord so I don't forget? Nordhold. I mean, I have, like, a bunch of games that I need to play now, but, like, that sounds interesting. Yeah. And, like, the gameplay loop in the farming sims, like the Stardews or the Fields of Mysteria, is like, you wake up, you tend to your plants, and then you do whatever other social stuff you have to do that day. And the thing is, depending on how many things you can do, it can actually get kind of overwhelming as a loop. At least personally, I find that, at least Stardew, for me, I am not chill in Stardew. I know some people approach that as a chill game. I am like, we must approach peak efficiency. We must, the stocks, they must go up. We must have all of the plants planted and we must make the monies. Farm management is so stressful. Yeah, and I'm like, oh no, not only must I make the monies, I better not forget that I need to give a present to this like right person on the right day. And then if you forgot, and you're like, no. either you either you just like start over the day, or you have to wait a whole because you forgot their birthday. So then you go then you're like, before you go to sleep, you go back, you reset the clock, and then it's like, okay, start over again. And then you do that multiple times, and before you know, you've replayed the same gosh dang day 5 times in a row to get it just perfect. And then you're like, okay, I got it this time. And then you die in the mines, and you lose something really important, so then you need to reset again. Because we are nothing if not a perfectionist, you know? I do like Fields of Mysteria a little better for that reason. You don't have to wait till the end of the day to save. Not only does that allow you to save before you do something kind of risky, although honestly, the penalty for doing wait, I'm not sure if I've ever died in that game. Something I need to experiment with. But you could save before doing something kind of risky, but also like for all our folks that don't have endless beautiful free time, like an infinite rainbow, you can just like save and like be like, yeah, good. That's a very imagine this is a floppy disk. You can just save whenever and during the day and just quit the game without losing progress. Meanwhile, in Stardew Valley, it's like you are locked in to the end of the day. Either you're losing progress or you're gonna have to keep going. So if you for some reason need to quit the game, well, either you did. Let's hope you didn't just fish up that dang legendary fish that you've been hunting for a while that now you can't save. Hey farmer, what you doing? Building a time machine because I forgot our homeless man's birthday. Yeah. I put the Steam link on the 2 tower defense in the Discord. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. But yeah, I like games that allow you to leave whenever. I get not every game is made for that, but that is something that I like. The older I get, the more I appreciate the game that is chill about when I save and quit, you know? That is very important in my gameplay. I need to be able, even though my ADHD will not allow me, in theory, I need to be able to put down a game whenever, you know? Yeah, what we're actually we're actually going to try and un-ADHD this, aka refocus back on what was initially trying to solve, which means we're gonna smallify this a little. I'm gonna have to reset all this. It's gonna be a pain. There. We'll put this to my left side. You know what? If we're only really bothered by this right now. You guys don't need to see which brushes I use as I frantically trying to solve this puzzle thing. And then we're gonna go and grab this. Let's see, can I copy that into there? Yes. Lovely. Okay. And we're gonna grab this. And let's see. We'll use this one to fill in. Actually, let's do that with green. Or now blue. We'll indicate with this where we think there are non-void squares. This one here. Or actually, maybe we should draw a grid over it first, real quick. Let's make ourselves a grid. Let's actually grab a ruler, make it a nice grid. There. I think we're gonna need a bit of color so it stands out somewhat. Not too much, but so I can read it. There. There. And then and about here. We have a grid. And then we have I'll do these for places that we think or know are like filled in. We know this one here is good. We are pretty confident there's a thing here because of this bit, so we'll do that one. And then we'll do red for the bits we know are empty. That's empty, that's empty, that's empty. Oh, we accidentally did 2 minuses there. We don't want that. Actually, maybe I don't want these colored. I might want these to just be X's. Yeah. Because then I can go over with the red to get the snake. I have a thought. Sneakers should be illegal. Why should sneakers be illegal? Okay, and now we have our snake pictures. Oh, thank you for the follow. Usually I actually play the game, I promise. We're just currently in the middle of solving a thing. I'm usually a little less conspiracy bored. Because I don't want to ever draw one. Shoes are a pain. I feel you. I honestly, I don't think I've ever drawn like my shoes are usually something like this. It's like, ah, yes. Shoe. You know? They're close enough. Oh, you're on the snake levels. I remember this now. Yeah. So the only clue we have to go from someone who kind of slightly spilled the beans that this was the right direction of looking, which sometimes happens, unfortunately. So the clues we have to go off is the Boulder Wisdom, the Tale of the Traitorous Lords connects the brand, and then the accidental spilling on the beans that apparently the snake puzzle was made easier with arrows. Because people couldn't figure it out, which kind of confirmed that this is the direction I need to be looking in, which is, oh well. The risk of playing this on stream. Shoo. Hello, how are you? I'm doing okay. I'm only slightly going insane over this puzzle. Okay, let's see. I made it slightly. I need to be able to see both things myself. I decided to draw a big drawing to use as a wallpaper, so I'm drawing a big group photo of popular characters. There are going to be 102... Oh boy, which isn't an issue, but that means I have to draw 204 speakers and I don't want any... Well, you see, okay, so hold on. Side tangent. The thing with group pictures is if you have a bunch of people like standing there being like, oh, look, we're hugging each other's shoulders and we have someone here that's doing a fancy pose, or more like, ta-da, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And then someone here being like, look at me. Then all of these guys' feet will be hidden, and you have like multiple sneakers you don't have to draw. Everyone's standing together. Surely many of their legs will be obscured. Exactly. Yes, lounging. We last time we and I went to that costume party. We took a group picture, and yeah, we did have someone. We didn't only have someone launching. We also had someone like doing the jumping in real quick. Hi, we're here. It was a very fun group picture. Like because even if you have like a more stately group picture, you know, like okay, we are all very proper and we're all standing side by side. Then usually to get a bunch of people, because you don't want a long row of people. That's why photographers, like I don't know if you remember getting class photos or if you remember those photos of like cabinets or whatever. They all stand on a bunch of stairs. So they can all be seen and their heads are close together, but like a lot of them is going to be obscured because it's like we have steps. So like you are only going to see the feetsies of like a few of the people. And unfortunately, it seems like I'm going to have to put some because you in group photos, it would look weird if everyone is like their own floating blob in space. If it's like, ah yes, hi other character, hello. Uh, we are totally like in the same picture, but we do not even touch. Usually, group pictures are of people like being together, you know. In the interaction between characters and group pictures is, I personally find the fun part. I haven't been on stream in a while. Yeah, I hope you've been well. Okay, so let's see if we follow the snake. We have a snake that goes here, and then we have a snake that goes here? Unless we're not meant to overlay this on the entire picture. Let's see, we go there, and then we go there. Or something. Whoosh. And you have a snake here. No, that would only like be on the outside. So maybe it's more of a direction thing. The confusing part is it's like it goes there and then down. So I don't know what's up with that. And then we have one on the right side. And then we have two on both sides that are and one on this side. And then this one that's a pointy. And this one that points down, which suggests that it's like maybe to indicate that it's going left. So maybe the direction of the snake matters. But that's more sensible when it's like one continuous snake. Meanwhile, when there's two on either side, like I'm not even sure what I'm meant to figure out by that. And then this one is especially confusing. Like this arrow here, because that's pointing an arrow like this way. What if we put them all in a picture? Like together. All of the snake parts. No. Select. Paste. Select. Paste. Select. Paste. Select. Paste. I'll do this look away in a second. Select. Paste. It is a little inconvenient that my arm is always hovering above the number. Not entirely ideal of past me or current me. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. I completely the Twitch is demanding an ad break. We'll do the look away check whilst we do the ad break. Be right back. My apologies. Hello, and welcome back. Hi guys. Oh boy, hello Shosu. We are solving Snake. Or attempting to solve Snake. Oh dear. I drew on one of the things. Which one did I accidentally give dots? You, I gave a dot. There. Let's make these smidgen bigger, not too big. We will do this one is 31. This is 32, 33, 31, 32. Actually, 33, 34. This is 35. This is 36. This is 37. This is 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. And 48. You dared speak those words, summoning? Shoes? Anyway, hello, how is everyone? Slightly losing my mind over this puzzle. Only a little bit, though. Just lay it all out for ourselves. So these are all our puzzle pieces. And maybe we need to get them all in order. I have a feeling that this one needs to be top right because that's technically where the brand starts. Although, on the other hand, maybe it shouldn't, because like here, this one fades out, and we only have one other fade out, which is this one. So maybe these are where the brand ends and starts, which means this guy might need to be on the bottom left. Yeah, the elf's barely losing her screws. Run, Chad, run and hide. So maybe it's the bottom left where this one starts? No, maybe if it is starting at the snake tail, then this one starts at the bottom left and this one is at the bottom right. That seems not illogical either. Let's see. So this one is left. gonna pull this one to the bottom so I can keep track of it. This one is right. And then, well, this one clearly doesn't connect to that. So let's see. This does seem to connect. You know? And then I'm just gonna snip off this bottom bit. And that doesn't seem like it should connect. Line work of character 4 done. That means I get a cigar. Yay. Yay? I mean, I'm not so sure about the cigar part, but yay. At least line work is done. Hold on. Okay, I should have snipped them all at the start to get if I'm gonna line them up, but oh well. This this doesn't quite connect right. Like maybe, but it is a little wonky. This doesn't seem right because this like has the wrong turny. This actually feels kind of fitting, but then I'm not sure how this one connects. How often do you run ads, Luna? About every hour is when Twitch demands them. No, I don't think that bit fits. I feel like this one needs to be somewhere in the middle, considering it has like snake bits all across. No, that's too sharp of a turn. That's too sharp of a turn. That also seems too sharp of a turn. This might work. I got something here. Oh, hold on. I think these two pieces are connected. You and you two. Right? That seems kind of like they're supposed to be together. And we'll snip the bottom part. Or kind of want to keep the indication of the 40 and the 30, so oh, that's not the right one. Oh, wait. Need to you. It would be so cool if it spelled out something in the white space between the screenshots. Who knows? Like, I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly. Although this... Oh, no, this one is too thin. Like, it almost looks right, but... Maybe this one? No, that one doesn't look like it connects either. Like, it's... This snake tail is a lot thinner, so... I do think you and you are probably connected. Like, you know, you look like you connect. And of course, my shoulder is in the way, so we can't quite see that last pixel, but and we want to snip the bottom bits so we can properly connect them to like other tiles. Because this seems like it. No, no, that's too wide. That doesn't quite. I mean, like maybe, but that doesn't seem quite the right angle. That doesn't seem right either. That doesn't seem right either. This also seems like it's more of a top-down angle. Like maybe these aren't connected at all, but this feels like it ought to be. Although, this one feels like a couple pixels lower, but... Hydration check, thank you. We could also try and rotate things, but I feel like we don't want to do that. You know, I feel like we need to snot them together without rotating. I feel rotating is gonna just get things messy. Really wish my arm wasn't there. If an need screws were already in Frankenstein territory, I believe we were done for. Nee, Scrooge from the beginning. Anyways. Could be. This might also be one of the only bits where it sort of goes out of the frame. We have like the out of the frame here. We have the out of the frame here. And this one also looks slightly like it might be doing that. Hmm. Okay, let's say we don't think these are connected because, like, they slightly look like they are, but they. No, but they would. They probably would line up if it wasn't for this bit. No, I do. They are connected. Hmm. This looks fine. This one though. That definitely. Those two definitely fit together. Okay, you to the side for a bit. Uh, I don't think you fit. I think that angle isn't right. You could be right there. If we have like something with a corner, which technically we do, but this angle isn't right. So what do we have in terms of corners? We also have uh, okay, these guys. But there isn't the bottom bit there. Like my arm is there, but there isn't the thing we have. We do have this, but that's like way more tapered. So it's not these guys. I don't think this is it either. This is not like this. These don't feel like they fit. This one is way more steep of a turn. Yeah, that one doesn't seem right. This one also seems kind of wonky. And this still, like, this one is too thick of a tail. And this one, technically, this right thinness, but a bit of a weird nick. That doesn't really seem right. Yeah, and this seems to be going the wrong way. Like the shading is on the inside. Meanwhile, here the shading is on this side, so it needs to be like on the reverse side. And this, however, does seem like it. No, that might be actually. No, no, that's too steep of a turn. Where do you fit? Yeah, that feels like too steep of a turn. You? No, you are definitely too steep of a turn. You too feel kind of steep. Hmm. So let's see. You have a left turny. You don't. You have a left turny. You don't. You technically have sort of a left turny. Oh, you fit though. Yeah, you two go together, I'm pretty sure. And that might work. Or it might be these guys. No, I don't think it's these guys because this one wouldn't connect to anything then. Like assuming we need the to keep in mind the whole length of the thing. The owl voice wants to make it. Yeah, yeah, it does. This like this bit seems kind of right, although not quite the right thickness. But then this one definitely doesn't go good. Doesn't seem good. That might work. Hmm. Maybe put this one on. Okay, where else could this one be? Hey, this one is meant to be connected to something. One's the bottom. One is there. That one is there. That could work. Not sure, but that could work. Or these two might need to be together. Like that seems like, because I don't think we'll have two ending points, but it does make sense for like these two bits to be together. So you and you. Hey, hey, owl mummy. Hello. Does the snake have a name? Tail, I think. Pretty sure the snake's name is Tail. Okay, I think this should be on the left side. Um, because we have this going up and then we have a little swoosh here, but then let's assume like we don't have more stuff to the left. So we could have this, all that, though that doesn't quite connect in a pleasant way. This one seems to be in reverse. This also seems a little too strong, so probably not that one. We do have this swoop, which could go here. Doesn't seem entirely a fit. That one doesn't seem a fit at all. That's the shading on the wrong side. I think this is where it ends, so not so sure about you. That don't seem right. You there? You there? You could fit there if we have that corner, but I think... Okay, so this is a possibility that it goes like so. We have that guy connected, but that doesn't seem right. This could work, but then we need like a bit here. Which I guess maybe... this bit is. But I don't think that's the right one. Unless maybe this one isn't meant to finish here. No, that's definitely not the right angle for that one. Maybe... but I don't think there is a tail here. Yes. Yeah, but this is in reverse. That doesn't seem right either. What if it's... This guy seems like it should be at the top somewhere, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are connected. Okay, let's actually try and line everything up, like add tiles again. If we line these up as tiles, these do not match. And these are not perfect either, but these might match a little closer. You and you. That might work, but then you guys don't connect to Notten, so maybe not. Yeah, that would reverse the shadow, so I don't think that's the one. That could work, and then that's not definitely not it. I think you are a bottom thing. Wait, how many are there if we count them all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Hmm. How you been? Oh, and a stretch check. Let me do the stretchy. Sorry if I'm not noticing things right away. I'm really trying hard to solve this picture. Yeah, stretchy. I've been okay, but like, just things have been very hectic, and I'm starting to feel tired now that it's all over. Like, the after stress is sort of setting in. Hmm. We don't have to connect these two, but I feel like these two are connected. Maybe they ain't. It just seems pretty perfect. Oh, these two. I mean, they don't line exactly, but no, we don't want to exactly tile them. And this is the only truth like this we have, which this guy also needs. Uh, like it wants a connecting tile, but I'm pretty sure these pretty relatively like fit together. Hmm. I don't know if there's maybe a little bit of snake here. Let's see if I have. Let's see. This is number. Mm, no, that's a 30. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 35. Oh yeah, wait, I've written that one down there. Do I have a perchance a 35 saved? Do have a 35 saved here. This is pixel, so actually I'm better off doing nearest neighbor. Wait, how big is this? Okay, hold on. Let's try and do that a little cleaner. And I need this to become okay. Okay, no, that doesn't right. Eh, let's see. Hold on. That would be double it, but I don't want to double it. I want half of that. So half of 72 is 36. So 44 minus 36 would be 14. This much. Aha. Hello, Ringtail. I hope you're doing well. I'm trying to solve the snake puzzle. We're taking a clearer screenshot that I still had in my notes and overlapping it to the other 35. Although this one is slightly smaller still. We need a little more. Add 4 each time. That should, yeah, that should keep the resolution the same. Or the pixel difference between each thing. Okay, we need slightly bigger. Hmm. I guess it didn't save in super clear pixels. Having much luck with it? Eh? Let's see, we have a 40 here where part of the edge is obscured. Let's see, this one with the tiles. Did we get one of those? No, I think that one was one near the end, so we didn't get that one as. Yeah. We have a 48 here. Let's see, our 48 is that one. Oh, wait, it is. Wait, this one is the 48? Yeah, that's the 48. Okay, hold on. Wait, that's very different. That can't be right. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, that would have been 48. But this one looks a lot more like the 47. Yeah, that looks like the 47. Figured out how it works. I am unsure, to be honest. I only have half an hour left until I need to stop. Didn't even solve any in-game puzzle. Because today, unfortunately, I can't go on as long as I have to go to the doctor. Let's line this up for clarity's sake. Hope everything is okay. Yeah, I technically had the doctor not like last week Tuesday, but then when we went, the bus just straight up didn't show up, so we kind of were stuck and had to suddenly we rushed across half of my town to try and find a different bus to get us near the hospital and walk the rest of the way, but that one didn't come in time either, and we had to call it off. So the only other option was going on a Thursday, because usually I try to obviously keep Thursdays free because that's when I stream, but I didn't really have any other choice. But yeah, the thing I'm doing is it feels like all of the snack parts should connect, but I'm not sure how. Like it feels this bit should be together, but I'm trying to fit it all next to you, and I'm trying to sort of keep them tiled, because otherwise I'd have to like slightly offset them to have them fit, which doesn't seem entirely correct either. I mean, maybe we do need to slightly offset them, but I mean, this could sort of work if we slightly offset them. I remember you said in Discord, yeah. Sometimes I forget exactly which places I have set things. Let's see, this is 41, and this is 35, and we're gonna combine these. This 47 should go with this one. These two, I'm pretty sure, belong together. And this 35 goes with that 40. 41. Do we have a 41 in here? For clarity. Oh, we do. We have a 42. So it seems offset by 1. Because this is definitely the same, like... Till 11. So we have half an hour left. Oh, wait. That's not right. That seems about right. Okay, 41s together. And those feel like they are connected to too bad I cut this one off kinda close. To the 35. So very short stream today. Yeah, I mean, I've been going for 2 hours already. Like, it's not super, super short, but yeah, it's kind of short. Hmm. That one honestly, it seems like it could work, but then what does it connect this one to? Because the problem is that I'd have to then not have it tiled. Else it feels like I should keep the tiling in mind. I'm gonna cut off the bottom bit so I can connect them better. And then they don't line up at all. Hmm. This one has a little bit on the right side, so maybe that one should be on the left. And this one doesn't quite work there. This one works better there. And we have these where this like slight tilt feels like uh, these two are meant to be together. Like this feels like the only bit that really makes sense like this. We have a 47 here. This is the 46. No, we don't. We didn't capture the 47. We captured the 45 though, which would be 44. It seems like we got that. I mean, we could Yeah, that'll get that bit of the snake slightly better in view. It was kind of cut off by my arm. And then we have like a swoop here. And a pointy. And then we don't really have anything else that makes that corner. The only thing we have that does that is this one, but that one doesn't quite connect. That one clearly belongs with the other ones. At least I'm seems pretty accurate to me. And if we line it up like screen wise, that definitely doesn't fit. And even if we try to line it up not screen wise, this is the darkness on the inside, so pretty sure, yeah. And this one, if we line them up between screens, they fit pretty perfectly, so pretty sure this is correct. I was hoping I could actually get some levels done today, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen at this rate. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure these guys fit together. Like, they seem like they should. But I don't quite wanna... Oh, we need to do another ad. Hold on. Let me just... But we moved so much snake around. It has to count for something. Yeah, but it would be nice if we got, like, at least some kind of solution at the end before I have to end. Otherwise, we have a whole stream of me just moving around pictures. Which I'm glad if you guys are entertained by, but I was hoping for a little more, you know? Actually, let's smallify this, because right now the moving the pictures thing around is the most important part. I wish I had like an auto, I don't know, move the things that are important into focus. What do you think this will solve? Well, I'm hoping it'll solve the brand, like the this guy. Yeah, but we got to spend the whole stream with Luna and moving around pictures. Oh, that's nice. In any case, be right back. I'm gonna grab some. We're gonna do some ads real quick, but we're not even gonna do the full length of ads. We'll do 2 minutes instead of 3 minutes. Yeah. One moment. Okay, and we're back. Okay, so the reason I think this will solve it is because you accidentally told it that they changed the snake puzzle, so I knew it had to do something with the snake. But also, the Boulder Wisdom told us the tail of the traitor's lord connects the brand. And this is, I assume, then the brand. So what I'm thinking might be going on is that we have like a like this is the tail, and it like goes swiggly, 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 something, and then connects. Like it moves between the tail bits somehow, and it'll show us what the parts are that are. I probably filled in and not void, but either or. Yeah, I think it'll shriggle, 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 and then connect. Somehow. I guess what we could do is we could grab this guy and like have it sort of in the background to like put the still pictures over. I think these artists that collected them for puzzle. I mean, I started collecting some, but not every snake thing. Because I indeed was like, some of these have arrows on them. Yeah, I think this thing is just gonna distract me too much for now. Hmm. Yeah, I think this one is correct. Uh, hold on. No. Which one is the one that I... Ah, 44. No, these three connected. I'm pretty sure these two are connected. I'm not sure how these are. If I offset them, then they might vaguely... Maybe they're not connected? Feels like they are. No, that wouldn't work though. Well, this feels like like something here, like some part of the tail should go down there, but I don't even have anything that connects like that. Like at most I maybe have this guy. That doesn't really connect to the bottom. At least not that I can see. Oh wow, we're combining vines and find the dungeon and internal grasp. More like snake, but close enough. Let's see. This guy doesn't fit like there. It could fit here though. This seems pretty accurate, actually. Yeah, I think that one fits there. Uh, connect them to the... Okay. You know, that seems pretty accurate. And this doesn't seem exact, but that could be something. This seems like a pretty steep line. That doesn't seem right. Like, this could be it, but it doesn't quite feel right. It feels like this one should... Like, these and these are the ends because of that darkening. So that's why I've put them at the bottom there. I know I could technically turn them, but I feel like I shouldn't, you know? I feel like it's not meant to be rotated. I think it should be solved without rotation. That is definitely too thin for that one. And that's not the right angle either. Oh, this... That could work. Like this movement. This guy and... Only this guy does not line up with this guy at all. And then we're trying to line up with... Like, specifically boards, and it definitely doesn't work. Oh, maybe. But again, if we are trying to line it up board wise, as in have it like exact things, then it definitely doesn't line up. This could work, but then this one is in the way, unless we are like just need to only focus on the snake. In that case, this guy... No, that's got the dark spot on the wrong side. We also have this thing. Like, this feels... actually... I mean, this is a very small bit. Maybe this one doesn't go there. Like, it... If we're trying to line up the play area, then this doesn't fit at all. So maybe not that one. That could fit though. Maybe. That too could fit if it weren't for this bit here. Yeah, this seems like it lines up pretty well, and this also seems like it lines up pretty well. Like, it's not perfect, but feels like they're accurate. Let's see, we got a tourney here, which we could fit there. Then we'd need a... boogie the other way. And we don't have that. Like, we don't have anything that else that goes like this. The only bit that goes like this that we have is this one here. I'm pretty sure that one fits in this spot exactly. So why did you miss your doctor's appointment? Snakes. Yeah, because this one doesn't line up even if we offset the board. Like, this one isn't right. Oh no, it's 11. Okay, gotta take my meds. We're gonna need to round this off. I'm really hoping I see the snake solution though. I want a satisfying conclusion to my snake shenanigans. Okay, if we offset it, this one could theoretically maybe work a little, but then it doesn't work with that thing. We need a thingy here too. I mean, that's also the only... So we... Maybe this one doesn't go there? It fits so good. Maybe this isn't the one. In that case, where does it fit? No. Oh, it's in the afternoon, but like I need to just stop in time and eat and get changed, and I also want time to edit the vault, so that's why I don't want to go too much overtime. I'm just hoping that I suddenly, get a brainwave and see the vision and realize how to snake this snake. Like, this is a decent curl. The only problem is that we have snake bits on either side that then mess with that curl. Like, especially because this is, we have connected, like, and I'm pretty confident about this, Yeah, no, I should not be late because of snack. I should make sure that I end in time to lunchy and get changed. This could also work. This is less ideal. That's not quite the right curl. And this might also work. But again, like, okay, what if we... I'm pretty sure about these combinations, like these two, but what if 48 actually ain't it for some reason? And then even then, like, this girl's into Notten. Hmm. Starting to look like tiles ain't in the rich grid. True. True. But I am not sure how to... Like, even then, I assume the spacing at the very least needs to be correct, like between the tiles. Like, even if they aren't in a rigged grid, like, if we connect two tiles non-perfectly, it feels like if the spacing is a certain way between things. Like, this could work, only, you know, these guys don't line up. John Dr. Puzzler might be able to help. Dr. Smart, if I only have limited amount of time with the dog. I don't think I'm gonna use the dog as my snake puzzle solver. So where's this bottom bit? Where should you go? Like this little thingy in the corner. Okay, that's too much of a strong turn. That's too much of a strong turn. That doesn't really work. That could work if we have a top bit that is kind of shallow, but the only other shallow top bit is there. And that also doesn't really seem quite right. Yeah, this bottom bit too. This could almost work. There's this damn thing that's making me lose my mind. It's taunting me. I can't figure it out. Ah. Lunatic print out a puzzle of the pocket and spreads it in the doctor's exam table. That would be interesting at the very least. Also, what are the arrows for? We have some bits that have arrows, like let's see. This one has an arrow, which goes this way. So I think the arrows are meant to indicate which way the tail flows. So I think this arrow goes this way. And this arrow tells it to go this way, which means like this flow seems right. We don't have an arrow on these bits. Don't have an arrow here. Don't have an arrow here. This goes down. Don't see an arrow here. This one, so this one flows this way. I mean, this almost works, although it seems like there should be more snake in between. You know, like we're missing a part of the thing. Okay, you and you. I think we're gonna put you guys like there. And then I can combine you with those are one. Cancel my 2 o'clock. I solved the missing 3 piece. I solved this missing 3 pieces. Oh, well, good for you. I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, sneezy. No, that don't seem right. Bless you, thank you. No, it wasn't. Gave me a headache. I can imagine. See, I feel like this is an ending bit, and this is an ending bit. There's like this little shwoogie that's confusing. Uh, 35, 41, and 48. And we can slightly see through to see if we could line other things up. No, that doesn't seem it. Like, I don't really want to start rotating things. I mean, I could start rotating things, but I feel potentially like I shouldn't, because then, oh goodness. But maybe we are meant to rotate them. In which case, oh dear, this has suddenly gotten 10 times more complicated. Okay, maybe. Imagine if you had to rotate them. I really hope that's not the case, but I'm starting to think that might be the case. Yeah, I need to start rounding things off. I really, really hoped to get a breakthrough before then, though. Something so we can sort of be hyped for next moment. Must not forget about that part. Like these, I feel very confident in connecting, but this bit, Snake needs a head. No, I think it's just the tail that we get. Like this would look almost right, but then we have this bit here that like cuts in at a weird angle. And I feel like these are connected, but the spacing out doesn't quite work. Although this seems pretty right, but then uh, okay, maybe you work. You, you, and you. You, you, you. Sorta. That seems a little bit too steep of an angle. Yeah. But then this doesn't line up, and these two are connected to make this shape. So maybe it's not that. And also, even if we do have this connected, then these don't connect to nothing. These feel like they could connect. These definitely don't. This doesn't. This might. Hmm. Yeah, this one I believe will go. That would work technically, but here the dark side is on the wrong side. Could mirror it, but mirroring is very different than rotating. Like rotating, I feel like might be an option, but mirroring definitely would be one step too far. Mm. Like we got some vague connections, but we have places where it doesn't fit. Like if these two are connected, then these are way too spaced out to connect to anything else, is the problem. But it does feel like this is connected, you know? Like this lines up so well. The problem is that because we don't have any other, like, we don't have many segments that have two snake parts in them, let alone two snake parts that would, like, either go through the level or get to the edges that will never connect those lines cleanly. But I don't think we're supposed to chop boards in half or anything. Maybe this one. Wait, maybe if we. No. I want them this way. The problem is also the boards aren't square, so that will inevitably cause issues while it line up. No, and that has the dark side on the wrong side. This arrow is pointing this way. This arrow is pointing that way. Like that also doesn't really properly line up. Do this one upside down. And that doesn't even connect. And that doesn't work either. What's cooking good looking? Well, I need to end soon. I'm actually going overtime because I need to go to the doctor's today. But I'm trying my best to solve this snake puzzle because I think I need to. Basically, I'm trying to figure out how the grid of this thing over here on the right side is like what is meant to be filled in here. And I think the snake grid would like tell me basically how it's meant to go. Like I think it connects these tail things and it would go shwig shwoogie and it'll tell me which one of these are filled in. But I am not getting them to make sense together at all. Like they just quite aren't quite fitting together. So I'm starting to think maybe I need to rotate them, but because like the playing areas aren't square or anything, you won't have perfect rotation. And I feel like I shouldn't cut into them because then, you know, but nothing quite lines up. And I was hoping to get through some kind of breakthrough before the end of the stream, but it seems like we're going to need to round things off. Thanks don't have to make sense, at least not the ones I've talked to. Yeah. I really wish I had a more satisfying conclusion for today's stream, but it looks like we didn't get any further on the puzzle, unfortunately, and we are straight out of time. So I'm gonna need to call it, which I'm I'm sad about. Uh, well, tell the Dr. Stingray says hi. I will. Yeah, anyone who doesn't know this game, like if you know the solution, obviously don't tell me. But anyone who doesn't know this game, if you have any sensible suggestions for next time, do let me know. Out of time, huh? Yeah. Unfortunate. The snake puzzle must elude me. Like, I'm pretty confident about some of these connections, you know? Like these two tiles seem like they line up pretty well. These two tiles also seem like they line up pretty well. I don't know the solution to the game. Or the game, but I bet the answer is 4. And these tiles also line up pretty well. Like, we have some connections. I think, like, yeah, I'm not as confident about this one, but it seems pretty accurate. And then I also have things like this. Here, clearly, something has to happen. But we don't have a connection that cleanly goes through between these things. Like, this doesn't quite fit because the dark side is on the wrong spot. This one doesn't really fit either. Like the scales don't line up like in other pictures. But the only other without rotating connecting bit that we have would be the one here, but this one doesn't line up. Now, of course, we could assume that maybe this goes to the right and like we have stuff that goes more to the right first and then connects somehow. But that would mean we'd have overlapping play areas, and I'm not quite sure how we go about that. Might be done with exception brain. Not all puzzle needs, and this puzzle does though. we need to get the answer so we can solve the other thing. I'm gonna need to save this somehow. I guess we'll make this canvas 8005, and we're gonna go find someone to raid. And I'm very sorry, nothing very interesting happened today. I was hoping for more progress. Let me make sure that's turned off. Don't listen to him. Run your brain ragged. Solve everything. Everything is a puzzle. Oh, hey, we get the right... Wait, how are you awake? We're gonna... This goober needs to actually be asleep. Okay, they are in art segment, but we are still on time. We're gonna rate this goober because I never get to rate this goober because usually I don't end around this time. Some days super intrigued, some days not enough. But next time if you need a clue, hit me up and I'll sling one your way. Yeah, I might have to take you up on that one. So we're gonna raid Shady Cicada, someone I really enjoy watching. His community is the reason I started streaming. Like I met someone there, and that I don't know, it just motivated me to start streaming. So thank him for that. Also, just a great place to hang out. Great time. Pantuffel's art is a pointillistic art of a completely new kind. When I have to raid and run, which I need to do now because I need to go overtime, I don't like raiding into new people because I feel like saying hi and then running away is kind of bad etiquette. So I like going into someone that I kind of know. But maybe another time. Thanks for all the hoots and for not coughing up any mouse carcass. I guess I could still cough up a mouse carcass last minute. Don't think you're safe yet. Well, I'm glad you did start streaming. It's chill here. Aw. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy your time here. Yeah. Sorry for the short stream. It is what it is. Sorry, sorry we did not crack the puzzle. Hopefully next time. For now, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.